It's okay? Good morning, Toastmasters. Good morning. Okay, so let's have another round of good morning. Let's try to fill up all the empty here with our voice. Good morning, Toastmasters. Good morning. So, welcome all members and guests to our 19th Toastmasters Whitefield meeting. To succeed in life, all we have a mission. Maybe an individual mission or as a group mission. Similarly, in our Whitefield Toastmasters Club, we also have a mission. Do you know, any of us, what is our mission, club mission? Okay, so let me read out the club mission. So, our mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a sergeant in arms, it's my responsibility to talk about our ground rules. So, if you have this kind of handphone, don't hesitate to put it in silent mode, please. I'll put 5 seconds for doing this. Okay, I hope you have done this. As a club, we should not speak about anything related to sex, politics, or religion. Third, while speaking, anyone do not try to enter or exit outside or inside the room, so that we should not have any disturbance of the speaker. Point number 4, in this room we have only one exit and one entry point. So in case of emergency, let's use this gate and stair to go to the downstairs. There are 2 washrooms available at ground level, one for male, one for female. So, and also we have a water arrangement available at level 1. Also we have some water available with us. Okay. So now I'm going to call upon a person with a curly hair, who is the pillar of our club, who is the inspiration of all of us. He always inspired us to improve our public speaking skills. Not only that, he also won the division level A contest on the speech evaluation contest recently. So this is not other than our president, DTM, Mr. Mazahir Hossain. So please welcome Mazahir Hossain in the club stage. I'll be looking. I'll use the mic.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I don't know if it's a Mukul or if it's the theme of the day, but I really feel energetic. And it's so great to be at the club after such a wonderful round of contest that we had last weekend. Before all of that, as a presiding officer for today's meeting as a president, let me welcome all of you and open meeting number 19 officially. Can we have a round of applause? Before I talk about the theme for today, which is first visit to Goa, and I did visit Goa. How many times? Only once. And I'll definitely share my kind of experience with what has happened at Goa. I'll specially wait for a table topic if you win to me. However, I first of all would like to congratulate Toastmaster Vaishak for giving such a good competition at the international speech level during Division A contest. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? I hope you were here, Vaishak, today. I could have given you the certificate that I received for the participation in person. Nevertheless, next meeting. And I also competed at Division A level contest. And I will be representing our club, Whitefield Toastmaster, our area, Area A4, our division, Division A at District 92, May 27, which is a Saturday at Hilton Manada Tech Park. So can we have a round of applause for our club? While you may want to give me that kind of a credit of winning the speech evaluation contest, I don't think so. I can take all of it. I think this credit entirely goes to our club. Reason because we have such good competition available in our club. I have no shame in admitting that I actually lost during international speech contest. Which means even if there is anybody who is here, if you don't perform as per the expectation of a contest, you don't go to the next level. That made me think that I need to do really good in my club. And if I had performed, let's say at whatever capacity at the club level, I had to do better at area. Despite of me being online at the area, I still made it to, sorry, was it? Yeah, I think it was online, right? So online meeting area, and then I moved on to division. Division, I can tell you my hands were shivering. And I can tell you that I had sweaty palms all across. Fortunate or unfortunate, I was number 8 to do the evaluation. So you also have a psychological pressure whether you don't know who has done what before you. Because you guys who have participated know that we all go to a breakout room. And you also have a thing said that, okay, who knows, people are exhausted by then, are they even listening or not? So you have all of that and a lot of pressure on you. And at a contest which is division level where people are coming across. But I just can't tell you how happy I am when I especially see a poster where that talks about this is the person who won it, but just underneath that name, it says Whitefield A4. So can we have a huge round of applause for our club? I personally don't think so. The entire motivation would have been so much if I was part of any other club. I think it's each one of you. I think it's each one of your support that made me where I am today. I personally, I can kind of get emotional when I say this, that we had approximate 8 to 9 people from our club, online or offline, over there supporting our champion. We were there for Vaishak. We were there for me. We were there for each other. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Piyush and Toastmaster Atul for successfully taking up a sergeant-at-arms roles at a division meet? What it showcases that not only we are available for each other at a club level, we are available for outsiders too. And I think that's the whole environment of Toastmaster. That creates such a healthy, such a friendly environment among each other. It's a friendship, it's more of a respect, right? People who haven't been to many meetings. There was one of the guests, Piyush, if you remember, right, who wanted to join, right? So it's just not about being a member, it's about being a guest also, that when you're trying to see something. It's a good camaraderie that works with each other. So I would highly encourage all of you that if there is ever an event happening where there are more than one clubs who are meeting, I would really request each one of you to come forward and participate. Toastmaster as a forum provides you that opportunity, which was started way back in 1924 by Ralph C. Smedley. But little did Ralph C. Smedley know that there will be this guy named Mazahir who will actually visit Goa in the year 2021. My first visit to Goa. The biggest myth of my entire life, I'm in my late 20s or so right now, I used to think Goa had the cheapest booze in the entire India. Biggest myth. Unless I actually went to a place and I asked them, how much is the bottle of this? And they gave me a rate. And I so knew the rate of that bottle in Delhi. And that's where I hail from. I said, but it's cheaper in Delhi. He said, yes, sir. I was thinking he's going to give me a discount. He said, no, nothing of that sort. This is how much it is in Goa. So I said, then why do they talk about booze is, so cheap in Goa? You can actually have beer instead of water and all of that. You guys are smiling. You guys have heard this, right? You can have beer and all that. Just be at the beach, chill, drink, and nothing else in Goa. My experience was totally different. With the people that I was with were explorers. And they all wanted to go to places. You won't believe, on a Sunday we ended up going to the church in Goa. There's one of the biggest church which is there in one of those north areas of it. 3 days, it was definitely a good fun. I do definitely have some announcement related to our club, which I'll do it towards the later part. For today's meeting, there will be a voting link provided to each one of you for you to vote for the best role player, for the best supporting role player, for the best speaker, because we have two, and for the best speech evaluator, along with a table topic, wherein all of you are encouraged to come forward and take up a topic impromptu, think on your feet and deliver it. On that note, I would like to welcome the master of ceremony for today's meeting. Now this person, and I won't just say it for the sake of it, but in a positive manner, he's a silent killer. Reason, because to me, he's an observer. And the best part about this person is he observes only the best positives from the entire scenario, wherein you have a positive and a not so positive to look at. Prasim was looking at the board, who is Mazahir praising so much? He actually had a look, like, who's there right now? This person, I would call him a dependable guy. He says it, he mean it. He speaks few sentences, but meaningful, all of them. The person who is truthful to Toastmaster, and I believe his mission in life aligns with what we do in Toastmaster. Without further ado, for such an interesting theme for today's meeting, let me welcome Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting, Toastmaster Arindam, over to you.
Thank you, Mazahir, for an inspiring and for also giving me such a good praise and flattery there. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the meeting number 19 of Whitefield Toastmasters. I will start this meeting with a question. What was your first feeling when you visited Goa for the first time? Finally reached. Anyone else from this side? Humid. Okay, yeah. Relaxing. Anyone also think, anyone did also think, yeah, when will I come back again to the Goa? Or it's an addiction world or magnetic world. So when I visited for the first time Goa, I felt, what is this special about this Goa? That people have been always asking me, did you visit Goa? Did you visit Goa? You have been going to Mathura, Vrindavan, but did you visit Goa? I said no. And this time I thought, let me take my kids to Goa. So the first day I visited beach Baina. As usual, it has sparkling water, silvery sands, and peaceful life. And I think different type of people are coming from all parts of India enjoying there. And we took a boat trip to an island which is just 500 meters away from the shore. They were also selling a water sports package, which is a conflate of different kind of activities, which is parasailing, paragliding, jet skiing, scuba diving, in just rupees 2,500. All of these activities which I have thought to do it, and I can do it all of them in 2,500. I never thought of such a small price I have to pay for these activities. In fact, these are the activities which we are basically asking people to come down to the Goa as well. Similarly, today's Toastmaster session is also a conflate of all different kind of package, which is prepared speeches. Second is table topic session, and the third is evaluator round. In the prepared speeches round, you will have a Toastmaster coming to the dais and deliver a speech against the project objective. In the second round, you have a table topics where you will be given a speech, a topic to deliver a speech for 1 to 2 minutes. In fact, guests can also participate there. Third is the general evaluator round, where an evaluator will evaluate the entire meeting, including role players and the speeches. So let me call the general evaluator. He is an endurance runner whom you can see every morning running across Shobha. And I feel though, since he's an endurance runner, if there is a shortage of oxygen in this room and you can't breathe properly, this man will outlive us because he is an endurance runner. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Satyendra.
Thank you, Arindam, for the wonderful introduction. I recall my first visit to Goa, and indeed it was a memorable one for me. I visited Goa when I was doing engineering. So there was one networking program that was hosted in Goa, and the main purpose to go to Goa is to visit around the places, not to attend that session. But it happened other way around. So when I first completed my first class, and all of my friends thought, let's go to a nearby beach. We found out a nearby beach. It was a few kilometers from our place, and that was the first time I was about to see the beach. When I reached near the beach, I was awestruck. I saw the humongous sea, and without thinking about anything, I jumped into the sea. And I was having that single piece of cloth with me. I was not planning to go for a swimming or take a bath. We enjoyed few hours from there, and we came back to our place. That is what my first experience was. Coming to the general evaluation, the role of the general evaluator is to evaluate the complete session. What is happening in the meeting, what is not happening in the meeting. I will be taking notes of everything. Now to assist me with this task, I have tag team along with me, and timer, an hour counter, and a grammarian. The timer of today's session is a nature nerd who likes to travel, and to accomplish that, he does coding for his livelihood. Please give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Rishabh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satyendra. As was asked by Toastmaster Arindam, what was your first feeling when you came to Goa? I was like, where's the rave party at? If you know one, please let me know after the meeting. So, as a timer, you should understand that I would be showing you time cards on various lengths while you are speaking. See, time waits for none. Even if we want to express our thoughts for a long period of time, you should know that you should restrict it to a length that is specified for your role. As we know that we have two speakers, none of them are icebreakers, so we would have 5 to 7 minutes of time. So at 5 minutes, I would be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. So we understand that Piyush, Toastmaster Piyush, is giving his icebreaker today. So we would have a different time slot for that. It would be 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, we'll be showing the green card. At 5 minutes, we'll be showing the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, we'll be showing the red card. The next section is the table topics section. Table topics, you need to speak for around 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. After that, we have our speech evaluations, which should be limited from 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. Everyone, please take a note that in order to qualify for your speeches, you should speak for a minimum of your length minus 30 seconds, and you should not exceed the maximum plus 30 seconds. That means if you're speaking for table topics, you should not exceed more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. That means if you're giving a speech, you should not exceed, if your speech is maximum length of 7 minutes, you should not exceed more than 7 minutes of 30 seconds. That's it for my role. Over to you, Toastmaster Satinder. Yes, please.
Thank you, Rishabh, for explaining the timing rules. Now our counter of today's session is someone who hails from Nellore. He is an IT professional working in Tata AIA Insurance. In his leisure time, he likes to play cricket, listen to music, and his goal in life as he joined Toastmaster is to improve on his communication skills. Toastmaster Anil.
Good morning everyone, myself Anil. I am your accountant today. As an accountant, my role is to monitor the usage of catchwords like well, you know, right, etc. And also the filler words like and also the short and the long pauses in the speeches. So I'll be monitoring the speeches and I'll make a note of the usage of these words. And in the end of the meeting, I'll present my report. So now why counter? What is the purpose of it? We tend to use these filler words like and crutch words also, maybe due to the influence of our mother tongue or whatsoever reason. And why to avoid this? The reason is the more you use these words, the less engaging our speech will be and less interesting to the audience actually. So that is where I'll help you guys to make a note of these words so that for the upcoming speeches you can try to reduce the usage of such words. So that's it, and all the best for the speakers and role players for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil. Now the grammarian of today's session is someone who hails from Nilgiris. She studied in Kannur, did her graduation from Congo Engineering College. After the graduation, she spent some time on CTS. She was there for a few years. She also was a consultant at the engineering business, the Indian Business School. She also likes to develop mobile games in her leisure time. She likes to read books, play video games, and binge watch OTT shows. Toastmaster Kaushika.
Hi, today I am the grammarian. I am Kaushika, so lovely intro, thank you for that. So as a grammarian, I'll be introducing the word of the day for today, which is conflate. So conflate is something where you're merging or blending different ideas into one. It can be, it need not relate to each other. It can be different. Maybe in some ways they are related, but it not necessarily directly one influences the other. Like for example, so let me read out the meaning of the word. Let me give you an example. The urban crisis conflates a number of different economic, political, and social issues. So the crisis may not actually be related to the economic, political, or social issues, but you're trying to blend two different ideas. So that's what conflate means. Another example could be like it is a conflating idea to relate wealth and success. So they are not like directly related, but you could find some connection. So that's what conflate means. And for today, as a grammarian, I'll be monitoring each of your speeches and making note of any words which stand out or phrases which you use, which are very catchy. And that's my role. And I'll deliver my report at the end of the meeting. So thank you. Yeah. Over.
Now moving to the next session, we have two prepared speeches today. The evaluator of the first speech is someone who is an aerospace engineer. He has been working for 7+ years. In his leisure time, he likes to play volleyball, badminton. He loves to swim, and he recently started learning about trading. And his aim as of now is to daily read something. Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you so much, Satyendra, for this introduction. I'll talk about Goa first. That's necessary. If I recall about my first visit to Goa, actually I did my graduation from Dehradun, so it is far in the north. So at that time I remotely dreamt of going to Goa because it is far in the north. But when I shifted to Ahmedabad for my first stop, so dreams of going to Goa and enjoying there started popping into my mind. And after not so long, after 2 years, in 2017, I actually materialized my first visit to Goa. But actually the timing was very good, I would say. I would say the universe conspired in that manner because I visited Goa, the date range was during my birthday. It was that. And I visited along with my cousins, and everything was pre-planned, and I just have to go there, land there, enjoy, and come back. So it was pretty good memory right now. So that's about my first visit to Goa. And regarding my role today, I am playing the role of evaluator for the Toastmasters Kevin's speech. He'll be giving a speech on level 3, P1, which designates to using descriptive language in the speech. I will definitely not reveal the title of your speech, but whosoever is a Breaking Bad fan here will definitely relate to that topic. And as of one, I'm eager to listen to your speech. So all the very best. Thank you so much.
Now the evaluator of the second speech is someone who is from Kolkata. And he is really an interesting personality. He is the one who doesn't like to travel. He likes to be with family. A family man, an ideal husband, an ideal father, who is working as an IT professional in Ericsson Global as a program manager. Toastmaster Mukul.
Okay, so I think my interest is already got. But I think I had some surrounding, some clear, I do it, but not to be today we have a second previous speaker. He's going to try his elevator speech to motivate I'm going to do this. There's the elevator speech, so we expect on the rules I walk, most of you see already known about the time in terms of way of speaking, etc. So I'd like to say all the best for this activity. At the end of this session, I give my view. Thank you.
So at the last of the session, I will be presenting my report along with my tech team. Thank you. Over to you, Arindam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satyendra, who did my half of the job for inviting the evaluators. Okay, so let me invite the first speaker. He is the person so calm, so calm that always I feel that I should go and meet him, and he is very approachable. That's the feeling, and I think I wish one day in my life I will take him to the Goa and sit beside him, because that's the conflict of both these ideas there. Okay, so yeah, and he is also a speech humor specialist of our club. If you are actually talking about any speech which has any humor, please go and speak to him. And he is serving Vice President Public Relations for our club as well. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Kevin.
So how many of you are a TV series buff here? Like you watch English series? Okay. How many of you have watched Breaking Bad? Okay. So today I'm going to talk about a prequel, a spin-off of Breaking Bad called Better Call Saul. Any of you have watched it? I suppose Akshay have already. Okay. You guys have watched it. This is one series which I feel has done total justice to Breaking Bad. Because Breaking Bad, as you all know, is one of the best series in the world. And due to some reason, I feel Better Call Saul is little better than Breaking Bad in some way. I'm not talking about the characters in that series. It's also about cinematography. Excellent work. I still remember there are certain episodes in that series where it's like complete silence, and they put the black and white screen as well. So we'll be like, the person who is not following or who has not seen the previous episode of Better Call Saul will not understand what is happening. So it's very important that you watch from the beginning. Otherwise, you lose track of the series. So beautiful. There are certain sequences that you will never forget in your lifetime. For example, the way the series started. It's like a black and white screen. So I was like, is there something wrong with my TV, or is it the actual video? This is a 4K, and I recently, at that time, I actually bought my 4K TV. And I was like, okay, it did justice to that 4K quality as well, because the series quality was too good. Because there was a bald guy in that series, his head would be shining because of the 4K clarity. So that's how I came to know, okay, my TV is 4K after all. Then So this is how the series starts. It's black and white, and our character, the main character, Jimmy, who is an advocate. I mean, this is something that you'll come to know the later part, and someone who's seen Breaking Bad will know who Jimmy is. Jimmy works as an assistant manager in a cinnamon store in a shopping mall. And one episode, the second episode, just goes by, a camera just kept in front of him. Like he's just doing his job, he's going back home. One whole episode went like that. So we'll be like, oh my god, is this series a little boring or is it interesting? That's the fun part of the series. The storyline is so brilliant. Then the second part of the movie, like the second part of the series it is meaningful to watch basically. So you're not wasting your time here. They'll make sure that the series is built in such a manner. Now, just to give you a gist of what the series is about. So, those of you who have watched Breaking Bad will know that it's a crime series of how a chemistry professor and his student will start selling crystal meth. It's a drug. And he sells one of the best drug in the country. Okay. And the reason why he does this is because the professor himself, he gets cancer and he cannot pay the bills. So he has to come up with an alternative, and this is the alternative he found out. I mean, the reason why he got motivated to do this is because of his student. His student is so bad, that guy rarely used to come to the class, and finally he meets him someday, and this guy, he brings up this idea, why don't we sell crystal meth? That way your problem is taken care of, and my addiction is also taken care of. Then he starts. Okay, that's a huge series. Okay, I think it's around 6 seasons. Those who have not watched, and I mean, I wouldn't say it's recommended for everyone, but who would like to look at the brilliance of how a TV series was made should definitely watch Breaking Bad. Only then will you get the connect of Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul is something that is running parallel to Breaking Bad. Now coming to Better Call Saul. So this is the story of a man. The entire series is a story is revolving around this advocate. I mean, his story of how, from where he began to how he became an advocate who supports drug dealers. Okay. So he had a brother, Jimmy had a brother who is actually a very famous advocate. And he is part of a very good organization. But Jimmy is not as good as his brother, is what his brother thinks. But Jimmy has got his own qualities. He knows a way of how to, I mean, he has got his own style of talking and getting people's attention. So there will be a very thin line on what is good and what is bad in what Jimmy does. So he has got a very cunning way of approaching things. It's fun to watch. For example, he gets into this, so basically as an advocate, you are going to help people, right? So who is having cases, we'll be helping them out. So there is a situation where, so he's actually struggling because he's not getting enough cases in the court. And finally he finds out a way where he thought he can tap into old people. So old senior citizens who might be having cases. So they are quite slow and they want to be like, helped out by a calm person. And this guy, he knows how to handle any person in this world. That is Jimmy's skill. So there's a very nice sequence where they create a video first. They create an advertisement. And this video is taken by a few kids from a college. And they put it in the TV. And he put it in such a manner that all the old people feel comfortable talking to him. And he gets into this business of handling the senior citizens' cases. Then later on, this switches and it becomes into like people who are struggling as in the bad people in the society. He'll start fighting cases for them. Okay. So the movie is built in such a manner that at the end, Jimmy will go to jail. It's a very sad ending, I would say. I mean, those who are really addicted to the series will get a little emotional here. But that is how that series should have ended, because we cannot make someone a godly person like some of our Indian movies or series. It's like someone is doing bad will have to pay the penalty sometime in his life. So that's how the series should end. And even though it ended, I felt it should have it could have been a little longer. I really loved everything about the series, but it finally ended one day. But then it was one of the best experiences of my life. Like just sitting in my house and enjoying someone else's story. With that, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kevin, for giving us brief about this short story and documentary there. I'm sure I'm sure one day I will see Kevin making a short film, and it is available on Netflix. Okay. So yeah, let me invite the next speaker. He is the most important role player of this club. He makes sure that every meeting has some role players assigned to it. And that's why we are here. Imagine a meeting without role players, nobody will come to it. And that's a very important and very responsible job there. He is also going to deliver a very important speech of his life. He has hobbies of gardening, exploring new places. I'm sure something will be in his first speech. Toastmaster Piyush, a man with a bucket list, Toastmaster Piyush.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arindam, for the wonderful introduction. You can start. Our past is something that conflates us into what we are today. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. My name is Piyush. I was born in year 1987, deep in the jungles of central India, to a place very close to Dantewada, which we are hearing nowadays in news for few not so good reasons. The district I was born in is Gadchiroli, and my father was posted there as a doctor. My mother was a bank employee, and thanks to the banking penetration at that point in time, she had to travel 35 kilometers by bus just to reach the nearest branch where she was operating from. This is what my family was, which is a Maharashtrian middle class family. And when I and my sister were born, we both were told that we have two career choices, engineer and doctor. We both had to choose one of these two. And thanks to our father being a doctor, we saw how much hard work he was doing. So we thought engineer might be an easier way out. But then we realized it's not. So this was all about my past. I studied in Nagpur, in Mumbai, and I started my career as a retail banker in Mumbai. There's a famous quote which I admire a lot. That is, it's not what we are underneath, but what you do that defines you. Till now, what I said is what I am underneath, but that's not what I do. Today, everyone knows me here as the Executive Vice President of the club. That's a small part of what I do. In addition to this, I also work in a Philippines or Singapore-based fintech, which is purely work from home, and my core responsibilities are to manage the portfolio and make sure that the startup remains in profit. Apart from these, there is one key thing which I believe in future will define me, and that is the bucket list. For anyone who is not aware what a bucket list is, a bucket list is simply a things to do that a man has in his mind before he kicks the bucket, that is before he dies. The top one on this is a road trip to a neighboring country. Yes, a road trip to neighboring country. Road trips is my favorite hobby that I have. And relating to the theme, yes, I've gone to Goa twice on road trip. And first time by flight in my college days, but that's a different story. It's a that kind of story that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. The other two road trips were with my wife, and both of them were very fantastic. The first road trip, we explored the culture and heritage of Goa. Unlike everyone else who tried for booze and beaches, we went on a very different way. Because my wife was afraid that if I go into water, something bad may happen. So we decided to stay away from beaches. That was first fantasy trip to Goa. The second one is one when we decided that this time we'll go to beaches. We booked the Taj and we stayed there, and it was really fantastic. And the best part about it was the lifeguard that was provided by the beach, by the Taj Hotel. I literally could believe it's that Baywatch has come to Goa. So the second thing that I always wanted to do is in my bucket list is to see the midnight sun. Anyone here knows where we can see the midnight sun? That is sun at 12 at midnight. Okay, so there are a few places on earth where the days are seasons long, especially few days in Norway or Canada, where the sun remains in the sky for roughly half the year, and for half the year it sets. This year in August, I'm planning such a trip to Norway, and if timelines and visa permits, we would be visiting that. The third thing is, I want to stay in Ice Hotel. Ice Hotel again are places which are made completely out of ice, mostly in Europe, and they're a bit costing around 60 to 70,000. So I would just prefer staying one night just for experience, then coming back to a normal hotel. The fourth thing which is on my bucket list is the Dead Sea. Dead Sea is named Dead Sea because it doesn't have anything living in it. The reason is the high amount of salt content in it. And that's the same reason why if any one of us will go into that sea, we'll simply float. Because the water there is denser than our body. So we'll never drown. Even if you don't know how to swim, you can still get into water and you can float. The fifth thing that I wish to do is go on a scuba dive and see a submerged shipwreck or aircraft. This purely is something out of YouTube videos that I am seeing that not many people are doing it. So it's a wish which I want to do. Another thing which I want to do is to complete a marathon. Considering my health, I have not been able to participate, but that's again a wish which I want to become more healthy and want to complete a marathon. So guys, this is what my bucket list is, and if any one of you have anything common, or even if anyone want to go on a road trip to Goa, I am most welcome. I am always ready to join. And that's all about me. So thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Arindam.
Thank you, Toastmasters Piyush, for sharing those interesting bucket list of his life. I'm sure I will definitely want to speak to you, understand how to create my bucket list inspired from your bucket list there. So, let me share another anecdote from my Goa trip. For the first time in my life, I did kayaking. Kayaking is riding a small boat which is a two-seater, and you can take that boat into the sea without any lifeguard. And I did it. I took the kayak there to the inside the sea, which is just hardly 300 meters from the beach. Imagine my fear. And I can see on one side there was a people making different kind of noises and they are enjoying it. On the other side, there was sound of gushing waves and telling me, move from my way. And my kayak was just waving on the water, but I was still enjoying it. You know why? Because I knew there are lifeguards who are just sitting on the beachfront and waiting to save me. Similarly, the next round of this table topics has where you will ask to come here and deliver a speech on an unknown topic. But don't fear. You have a speech cards who are sitting in the audience to make sure that to support you, to take you through entire thing. Let me call the moderator of the table topic session. He is my colleague. No, he is my neighbor and colleague of Satya Nadella from Microsoft. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Prasim.
So, my first visit to Goa, I don't think anyone of you would consider it first visit because it was with my company trip and we have to stay inside the resort and we are strongly advised not to go outside. So, it was just the resort visit, not the Goa visit. So, yeah, moving on with table topic session. So, today I will be playing the role of table topic master, and as a table topic master, I have prepared some table topics for you all, and I will be calling a speaker among you to deliver that speech on that particular table topic. The speech duration should be between 1 to 2 minutes. And this session is also open for all the guests and all the members. So I will highly encourage everyone to please participate and enjoy the fun which you will get when you deliver a speech impromptu. So this helps a lot in delivering improving the skill of impromptu speaking. So I will highly encourage everyone to please participate. So moving on with my first person who would like to come on stage. Anyone? Should I call upon someone then? Yeah, please actually. Okay. So, first topic is what is that you like about Goa and why?
Good morning to distinguished guests and my fellow Toastmasters. Liking about Goa. The first thing is the plan being materialized. That is the first thing which should happen. Because we make all the plans in our mind that we'll go, this holiday slot is coming, we'll prepare the plan with our friends and we'll message everyone that you are coming and you should come. Last time you said no, and at the end, most of the people say no, some have tantrums, including me as well. So the plan being materialized is the first thing, and going there and getting a peaceful place, because I have visited to Goa for around 4 to 5 times, and at this point of time I feel like I should choose a peace place, because most of the beaches are full of people out there throughout the year, and some of the times, actually most of the times you go to Goa to relax and to have little bit of energy for the rest of the year, or the rest of the what should I say, the hard working or the times which you have to face at the end of after the vacation. So I feel like if I get a proper peaceful place to stay during my vacation in Goa, I would say that would be the best thing for me. Thank you so much.
So rightly said, I think first visit has to be planned properly, otherwise most of the people will opt out of your WhatsApp session while you are planning it. So nicely delivered the speech. So for second table topic, any volunteers? Yeah. So table topic Yes. What are the improvements should Goa make for much better travel experience as per you? Okay. I have been to Goa last year in December, and the place which I visited was Arambol. So that place, if you particularly go in India, you'll see local language and then English. But if you visit Arambol, the place has English, then Russian. The major population over there is Russian people. And the thing which I like most about it, people go there, the sunsets are very nice over there, and there is lot of people with different skills, art, and you get to meet different people. Every day there is one place called Jungle Dance where people work, there is you get food to eat, and there are different classes which you can attend. For Goa tourism, what would I suggest? Like Goa's coastal line is about 120 kilometer, and people don't have information. Like some people go for their booze, some people go for partying, some people go for quiet place to stay. So people don't know which place to visit, and whatever the influencer on Instagram says, they directly go to Baga Beach and they find it very chaotic. So I'll suggest there should be one centralized website where they should mention about each and every beach, what people get to experience there. So that would be one suggestion from my side. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Shubham, for nicely presenting your views on your suggestions. So, moving on with the next toast table topic speech, I would prefer some guests to come forward. So there is a saying, after a while, just staying alive becomes a full-time job. No wonder we need a vacation. What's your opinion?
It's very true. Uh, Once you started sailing a boat, it will be smooth ride. Until you face any turbulence, you will be stick on it because you get food on time, you get nice breeze. Uh, Everything is around you comfortable. You are sitting in a comfortable boat. But the moment you face turbulence, then you think about survival. Then you do something, maybe jumping out of the boat, exactly, or you may be trying to drive or sail the boat in a right direction. So there where we are taking risk and coming out of comfort zone, and you see what you did last maybe few years or few miles in the comfort zone. So that turbulence exactly make you to a better person, and future turbulence or future issues, how you can solve it. Until you get turbulence, you will not be knowing your even capacity or your skill set or your capability. That's all. Thank you.
Rightly said, we all need vacations, and I've even heard some people prefer there should be 6 months vacation each year. So, moving on with the next table topic. Any volunteers? Yeah, sure. Table topic. Okay. So with work from home on rise, Should one conflate work and vacations in Goa?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am someone who absolutely believes in vacation time is vacation time. I am not working, I am not available, and people can't even reach me on my phone. My phone will be somewhere else, and I am somewhere else just enjoying the peace of mind. I think the whole idea of working from home and what is it called, working holidays, where people go off to different destinations, stay there, and they're working from there, but you end up spending the entire day cooped up in the room. My idea of vacationing or visiting a place is exploring the place, exploring the culture, getting to know new people, getting involved in activities. And how do you call sitting in front of a system vacation? I mean, if that is vacation, then all of us will be vacationing all the time, right? So I don't believe that we should combine working from home with a vacation. Where possible, take a complete break. And that's something that I think all of us have forgotten to do in the last 3 to 4 years. Everything has to be combined with work. WhatsApp, you get pings from your managers and like your reportees saying that, okay, what is the status, blah, blah, blah. So there is just no mental break that is available for anyone. And I think it's very important to take that time off. Maybe it can be once a week. You can head out to Cubbon Park, for example. It doesn't have to be in a Goa. If you're in Goa, I would say go out, enjoy the culture, wake up early in the morning, get into the sea, go have some amazing breakfast, have some great food. And it's not just, Goa is not just about beaches and party, but there are a lot of rivers over there where they have like kayaking in rivers, they have boating in rivers. There's a lot of cultural perspective as well. So I would say when in Goa, be like a Goan and don't be working on your systems. Back to you.
So, thank you, Toastmaster Nidhi, for a wonderful speech. Going forward, the next volunteers, guest. I will come back. Given a choice for your next trip between Goa, Gokarna, Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar, any of these places, which would you choose and why?
Now for sure I'll choose Goa because now I regret that I did not go to Goa. I am from Kasargod and the place called Kanyanad. My home is very close to beach, so whenever we think of going to some place, Goa was not in our list because going to beach is very, frequent thing for me. We used to go walking to the beach, enjoy, and there is a place called Bakel. You would have heard. There is a nice beach. Being close to that beach, I many times I have gone to that place. So now, after hearing from all of you, I think we should go to Goa. And one more thing, nowadays our priorities, especially vacation priorities, driven from our children, right? And my daughter, she has, she when we share about different locations, Goa, she's not pushing for Goa, so that was another reason for not going. So it will be Goa. Thank you.
rightly said, should be Goa. And I have been to all the places, Gokarna, Lakshadweep. Not Lakshadweep, I think I would prefer going there next, and Andaman and Nicobar. So moving forward, Toastmaster Piyush. Topic for you.
Yes.
If you could reach to Goa by plane or car, would you still take the train? Yeah. If you could reach to Goa by airplane or car, would you still take the train?
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Prasim. Wonderful topic. As I just now said, one of my hobby is road trip. So given the option, if I can reach by car, I will always take car. But when I was young, I was in Mumbai. Car was not always available. I was not earning that much. I took a train once and I explored the train route from Mumbai to Goa. That is the culture. That is a very wonderful and beautiful patch of Konkani or mountainous stretch that we have. That was a really wonderful experience. So for anyone, even though flight saves time, a car travel is something that you usually enjoy. But the train travel and the scenic beauty that you will see, I would request everyone to experience it once so that you don't miss what not just Goa, but the journey to Goa has to offer you. It has to offer you wonderful waterfalls, wonderful mountains, plus wonderful bridges where you can see the waterfall is coming from right side, and then from below the train you will see rivers. So those are certain wonderful things that in addition to Goa, you can also enjoy in the journey to Goa. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Prasim.
So this is the last topic. Who would want to take this one? Mujahid? Already. So, happiness is a day at the beach, especially in Goa. What's your opinion?
So Goa is one such place where nothing much happens during the day. So my expectation from Goa during the day was also so high. Like, oh, something gonna happen on the road, you'll meet people, they're traveling towards the beaches and all that. None of that. The roads were empty. So we were staying near Mapsa, basically. And if you know, we stayed at this place called Curly's. So Curly's is known for all the good reasons, basically. But it's a nice place, Mapsa. I was hoping that a lot will be seen during the daytime. However, the roads were empty. And I found out the reason why. Because the party at Goa starts only after 4. And the party goes on till the next morning. People wake up around 10, 11, 12 or so. So my second day at Goa was more about me seeking a beach, a table, and a guy who would come and request you, sir, do you need a massage? So I was like, yes, that's what I'm looking for. Can you give me a foot massage? And then they were quoting the price, which was not so reasonable, so I did not really take it. However, definitely did utilize the best of Goa during the day, night, early morning, late night, and whatnot possible. It's my strong recommendation to what Arindam was saying. If ever a chance that you have been to Goa, and if you haven't done those sports activities that Arindam spoke about, I think you all must go for one, because the entire package that you receive, I believe it's 2,000, 2,500 or so, and then they take you to one of those beaches where they have those activities aligned. So first time in my life, what I experienced in Goa was, it's not really a scuba diving, but in a way they make you wear a scuba suit and all of that, and they take you underwater and they make you see fishes and whatnot. It's a lovely experience. So yes, but a lot more to discuss about Goa after the meeting. Thank you. Over to you.
So, thank you all the speakers, guests, for giving your wonderful speeches. It was not only a learning for you, but for all of us to get the conflation of all the ideas which you presented on the stage. With that, I will hand over to Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kevin, for eliciting the different perspectives of Goa visit. And some of these will also influence us for our next visit. Thank you so much. Let me share the last anecdote from my Goa trip. On my last day, I was just thinking or wondering, should I settle down in Goa? Why to go back to Bangalore with busy traffic, with again going to work every day? Again, it's just going to the office, getting some money and coming back. Let me settle down in Goa and enjoy this life vacation. And suddenly, I realized there's a different perspective to Goa as well. I was speaking to the experienced businessman or local entrepreneurs, how they generate or how they earn the income, which made me realize that it's very tough to earn income in a tourism-based employment in Goa. When I say earn income, it's steady income. From October to April, the tourism is on the peak, where a person, anyone who is businessman will able to earn income very steadily to the entire season there. There's no harm there, everything is good. But from May to September, which is a rainy season where the tourism is at the lowest point, you don't earn any income from that, or maybe a meager something. Which means that you have to save a part of your income from your peak season for that rainy season, which is very unlike to us when we are in Bangalore, who is generating the steady income every month without fail. Had I not spoken to the experienced businessman, I would not have got any the perspective or the shade which I would have missed. Similarly, the next evaluation round is also to give a perspective of different kind of speeches we have heard today. We might be thinking the person has done a very good job, but it could be that there's another shade of it which we might have missed. The next person will definitely tell what we could have done better, what can be stopped, and what can be improved. Let me invite General Evaluator Toastmaster Satyendra.
You know what they say, feedback is the breakfast of champions. So here I am again today to share my feedback along with my tag team. We'll start with the general observations of the session. We started the meeting a bit late. Do you want to write it? Okay. Let me start by calling the first speech evaluator, Toastmaster Akshay. I'm sorry. Before that, can I have the timings of the first speech? Yeah.
The first speech time was 7 minutes 54 seconds.
54 seconds.
We have all seen the movie Fan of Shah Rukh Khan, right? There was a guy who was a crazy fan of Shah Rukh Khan. So when Toastmaster Kevin was giving the speech today here, I feel that he was living the fanboy movement for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Actually, you were narrating the speech in your mind and it was pretty clear that you are a great fan. It was pretty much visible to everyone. So I have divided your feedback into two sections. What I feel the first section should be the strength, that is more important, and the other one is the takeaways you can implement in your further speeches. So according to me, you are a very patient speaker, means you take the stance on the stage and you know what is going in your mind, and it's very important, and it comes with time. It is not very easy to opt that thing and deliver on the stage, and it's very good. It's very pretty much visible that you are a seasoned Toastmaster. You address this audience, then you come to the right side, you address this audience, and it was pretty much visible. And I would say not all the people here know Breaking Bad and might not have seen it, but you were able to convey some of the story and they were able to understand it as well. So that is very good about that is your strength actually, because it is not, if you tell me that you have to deliver this story about any particular thing or particular episode and no one knows it, then it might be difficult for me because they are all unknown about it, but you delivered it. Some of the people were able to understand it even they have not seen it, so that is very good. And about the opening, I would say it could be a little bit more creative, because